Tiger fans, Mark Fitzpatrick from the Tiger Club of Kansas City. It's Tuesday, February 6th. Very special guest speaker today, Dayton Moore. Dayton, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, nice to be here, Mark. Thanks.
Spring training just around the corner. It's been a really interesting offseason in Major League Baseball. A lot of big-name free agents still out there, including Eric Hosmer, Mike Moustakas. What do you see happening in the next couple of weeks and with Major League Baseball and with the Royals?
Well, you know what? It's been a very unusual offseason, as you mentioned. Historically slow. But I suspect in the next week to 10 days, I think a lot of these players will find homes. I mean, as it pertains specifically to Eric Hosmer, Mike Moustakas, especially with Eric, you know, we're still in the mix as we sit here today. Unpredictable, not sure how that'll unfold. And you know, when we project out our free agents, we do it 2-3 years in advance. And so, and where these players possibly might land, will we have room for them on our roster? Will the economics potentially work? And so it's very hard to predict, as you know. We do feel like that we have some young up-and-coming players like Cheslor Cuthbert and Hunter Dozier who can play third base, potentially first as well, but more specifically third base. So, you know, Mike is probably less of a fit as we sit here today. But, you know, we'll see how it unfolds. So we still remain in the hunt for Eric Hosmer, and, you know, hopefully we'll be successful in getting him back here in Kansas City.
You've made a couple deals in recent weeks to deepen the pitching staff. Tell us a little about Trevor Oakes and Jesse Hahn.
Well, as you know, starting pitching depth is so crucial, so important. And, you know, it used to be you'd need 7 or 8 legit major league starters to get through 162 games. Now it's more like 10 to 12 for every organization. I mean, there's just so much attrition that occurs with pitching. But those pitchers, we like the fact that we have multiple years of control, and that Oakes has options, and so we can move him up and down. Jesse Hahn has always had really terrific stuff, great pitches in his arsenal, hasn't been able to stay healthy. Hopefully he's entered a time in his career where his body's beginning to adapt, and he will stay more healthy over 162 games. But we like both of those guys, and you know, we'll continue to add as much depth as we can.
This is the 50th year of the Kansas City Royals. I can still remember the first year very well. Dates me a little. You were the architect of 2015 World Champs, and I've heard you say you're really looking forward to the next stage of the club, rebuilding the team and rebuilding the farm system.
We are. We're very enthused by it. I mean, that's what we do is you know, build farm systems, come alongside of players, help them grow, reach their potential, so they can connect with our fans and raise a new generation of players. But you know, we're also, and I told our people, I said we're not going to ever just disregard the great success we had here or wipe it aside. I want our guys to continue to understand, celebrate that, use that as a platform and springboard on to greater success as we go forward. But let's not forget, I mean, what our people accomplished, what our organization was able to achieve, back-to-back World Series, winning a World Series in one of the smallest markets in all of sports. It's never been done in the modern era of baseball. And so I want us all to feel good about that. I want our community to feel good about that, all of our fans, certainly our baseball operations people, all of our scouts, you know, all of our coaches, our managers, our instructors, all of our training staff, our support staff. We need to celebrate that. But again, use it as a platform to springboard us onto new opportunities to celebrate, you know, future success.
You've done a great job. We appreciate you coming out very much.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, next week our guest speaker will be Gary Pinkel. And don't forget, a week from Thursday, our recruiting reception featuring head coach Barry Odom. Make sure you go to kctigerclub.com to make your reservations.